Equity block. Tech. 500,000 shares. Equity block. Tech. 500,000 shares.
Good morning there, everyone. This is Neil with Steel Mountain Capital. Today is Friday, February 12th. Guys, we're looking at a market that is starting to pare down. Right now, current market conditions, we're
Equity
looking at
block.
the
Fold.
S&P down about
500,000
almost
shares.
12 points. The Nasdaq's down 38 and a half points. Dow futures pointed down about 49 points, and the Russell is also down about 8.5 points. So right now, our algo just triggered a bearish trend. So we were when I first stepped into my office, we were in, the algo kind of picked up, said, we're in a bullish trend. With that being said, you still gotta kind of use a little bit of your trade-in mentality and, kind of look at the charts, kind of see where we're at. And I knew well enough to kind of stay away because we were fighting 3907. 50, 3908 area. We've been kind of rejecting there, all morning. I was, fully expecting the trend to change. And here we are, about 10 minutes away from the market open. And we have now entered into a bearish trend. Does that stay? Who knows? It's Friday. Fridays are crazy. We could see, us kind of find some support and start moving back up. So, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we're doing. We're gonna see what happens. What I'm waiting for on this particular move before the market opens, I want to see the ES kind of push back up, and then reject, and then that's probably where I'll enter on a rejection. I feel a little bit more comfortable taking a short than I do a long, and that is, primarily based off of what I'm seeing on the market and the overall trend that I'm seeing here. So, um, I think we got a little bit more downside. We have been also using a level, it's 3890 as support. So 3890 has been support. I mean, we've fallen below that. But for the most part, if I'm drawing a line, I'm drawing a line at 3890, and I'm seeing this market kind of hold steady there. It comes down, tests it, bounce up. So um, is today the day where we test that level and we break through and we fall, and we go a little bit further. We could go test 3880, we could go test 3870. I mean, for the ES, I don't really see that drastic of a move. I mean, for one, I mean, I've been trading the S&P 500 for a little while, so its moves aren't as crazy as the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq moves a lot more. We could see like 100-point move on the Nasdaq, whereas with the ES, we typically see like maybe a 15-point move maybe. And we're talking about 15 points in an entire day. So we're getting close. We're getting close. I mean, right now, like I said, we're down. I'm looking again. We're down about 12 points. So, like I said, that would kind of coincide with what I'm seeing, on a larger scale, that 38.90 level, as being support. So,
Equity
um,
block.
you know, let's
Fold.
let's
500,000 shares.
be patient and let's trade well. We got another 7 minutes here before the market opens, so Trey will be with us here shortly, and we'll get this trading day started. Start rocking and rolling. Um, couple things I did yesterday is I closed out of one of my some of my Tilray. Closed out of that position pre-market. Luckily, got out of it around $73. Um, Tilray is actually still. Let me see where we're at now. I did actually buy some more Tilray, but that's just because I'm also looking to establish a longer term position in that stock. See where we're at. Yeah, we fell below $30. A really good thing here with Tilray is, I see levels of support, coming down here. So I'm perfectly fine with this thing going down to about $10, $11, and I'm gonna, and at that point in time, I'm gonna scoop up a lot more. I'm gonna probably load it up. And what that'll do too is that'll establish a better average on the stock, because the other day I bought around $41, but I bought it at support at a level that I felt comfortable with. Should I have sold it all of it at $73 that day? Yeah, probably. But you know what? I was getting a little greedy. I was thinking, maybe we're gonna continue going up, but in my day, I know that, when we're up about 30, 40%, 50% over the course of a couple of days, normally we're going to see a major retracement back to some levels of support, some demand, and then those demand pockets come in, and the true buyers come in and buy it. So, not many people were buying it up at 70 something dollars. I mean, there were some people, I feel bad, but some people were buying it that high. Looks like Trey's with us. Good morning there, Trey.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's ready to rock and roll. I just saw that the bot lost a trade for me this morning, so that stinks. 2 days in a row now. It's like you get the balance right, and then the market changes. So
But the thing too with the market, and it's been kind of crazy. It's been very difficult to trade. Just as like a normal, just an everyday trader. Now couple that with like an algo that just doesn't really understand everything that's going on. It's using indicators. It's using support, resistance. It's that's all it's seeing.
Yep.
But it's gonna try to sell. It's gonna try to sell at resistance, and if that resistance doesn't hold, and it goes to the next resistance.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, you know. And as a manual trader, we could see that, you know, we could kind of see that happening, you know. Whereas like we could use our human intuition to, you know, get out of that, get out of that trade, or not make that trade.
Right, right. Yeah, and it's you know, it is hard to. It's really hard to watch. You know, like right now, if we do, you know, the ATR is so low. You know, even if we get a long trigger, you know, it's going to trade. It's like, ugh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good about any longs. You know, I'm not, and I mean that just goes along with my trading mentality. You know, I can see. Thing is, I see bearish, a lot easier than I see bullish. You know, trade setups, and that's just the way my brain works. You know, so you know, a lot of times, like I kind of. I mean, I still take longs. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just see the setups easier. I could see something falling off a cliff a lot easier than I could see something bouncing. You know, and I actually like shorts better anyway because they move a lot quicker.
Yeah, I understand. Definitely understand. You know, so it's a hard battle right now because we're trying to keep this bot balanced in a way that, you know, it can maintain a profit. And, you know, it's hard, man. It's hard because, you know, you'll tweak it for the market, and then the market dynamic changes. And then the market, you know, every couple of weeks or every month or every so long, you know, like December, our bot worked, you know, and then we turn around in January, it didn't take any trades. So we made the tweak. Okay, well, let's move the time to 14 at the end of January. Let's move the time to 1400. Well, we moved the time to 1400. Now it's getting caught up in these little low volume plays, and it's getting chopped up at 1400, you know. So it's like, what is going on, you know? There we go.
Yeah, we're getting stuck in illiquid markets at the openings, you know, at 1400. You know, there's a little bit of volume going into that time period, and then there's a lull, you know, and then you get stuck in that illiquid period, and you know, anything can happen at that point in time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. You're right. So just continue to watch it, see see what we get here. Looks like the bot was right. It just the stop was too close.
Yeah, it looks that way. I mean, it really does.
Kind of cut out on me, Neil.
NQ.
SNDL. 4 calls. July 16th, 2021. 806 MRO. 7 puts.
You know, so this
June
is the reason
18th,
why I said, like,
2021.
be cautious
2,000 contracts.
at the open, you know, because you know, we just need to see this market establish itself, and then we can go ahead and get into a trade. And ES is pushing. ES is pushing back
SNDL.
up.
Yep.
4 calls.
Coming right
July
into
16th,
some resistance right now. We're coming right into some
812
resistance.
contracts.
NQ selling off. It looks like the trade that the bot took was right. I mean, it's right there at 10 points. So it just came back enough to get us out. So that's unfortunate. Yep. It was right. It was right. Dang it. That's 2 days in a row, man. That the stop's been too tight, you know.
Hey, it's okay. But what do you do? What do you do? You you can't
70
expand the
calls.
stop because then
April
you're
16th,
really just kind of risking
2021.
yourself,
You are.
So it's like,
500
you don't want to
intercept
expand it,
DNN.
but you don't want
2
to.
calls.
You hate missing these
March
types of trades because
19th,
that's a beautiful drop.
2021.
Yeah.
1,050
beautiful drop.
contracts.
I may this is what I'm thinking. If Tilray gets up to about, I don't know if it will get there. I mean, we're talking about a substantial move from where we're at right now. Tilray's trading about $31.
321
broke
puts.
$31.
March 12th, 2021.
I don't know if it gets up to 36,
FSLY.
but I think if it does get up
110
there,
calls.
I may just close out of my
February
position.
26th, 2021.
And then I'm gonna, I'm probably
FSLY.
going to,
110
wait
calls.
for that thing to
February
come back down.
26th,
It looks like we're trying to
2021.
get a bullish trend started. So the market doesn't know what it wants to do. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. Our algo for the ES is picking up on it's actually very rocky.
It is.
It's very rocky. I mean, it gave us a bullish, bearish, and now it's trying to change to bullish again. So it's like, just sit on your hands.
Yeah.
Sit on your hands and wait.
Yeah. It's Friday, Fridays are.
And this may actually be a really good trade too, because this may be going right back up to that level that I was talking about this morning when I was saying we were having issues breaking above 3907 to 3908, and we're going right back up there.
Mm-hmm. The ES and the NQ look so different too.
Yeah, they're not trading with each other. Definitely not. And here we go. It's gonna switch. It's gonna switch on us.
Oh. It's incredible. Just NQ starting to get balled up too. Still pretty harshly down.
Yeah.
But
oh, it left. It left. See, it went right up there, man.
Block. Fuse.
Went right up there.
200,000 shares.
Look at that. 3907, dude.
mm-hmm.
3907 and a quarter. Let's see what happens. New 5-minute candle just started. See what we get. That may just be a one trade and done day for me, man, or a no trade and done.
Yeah, it's a.
I don't want to. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk the stuff that I did. Set myself up with another decent week.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man, because the bot is having a hard time this week. I mean, it had a really good week. It had, Monday was excellent. Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it traded, and those were green days, and then yesterday and today were losers. So it's had 3 wins, 2 winning days, 2 losing days this week. But the winning day that it had on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember which day it was. Either day, it had 2 trades, 2 winning trades. So in one day, so we should be up overall, still green on the bot, but not huge. But depending on how the rest of today goes, hopefully, if we snag another loss, I'm gonna have to take it out of commission and change the oil in it, I guess, and try to work on it.
Yeah, I mean, it may just need to. There may need to be some more changes made, and not necessarily coding changes, but just tweak it. With some of the settings that we have.
Yeah, try to get in front of these changes, because longer we wait, the more likely the market's to change on us as soon as we actually change the bot.
Yep. Try to stay out in front of it,
Yep.
I have the alert set if the trend changes here.
You seeing this 5-minute candle on the NQ?
Yeah, it got bought up. That's a lot. I don't even know how many points I'm looking at a smaller monitor here right now. I mean, I could probably switch over, but I'm trying to watch my ES here too.
That candle alone was 25 points wide, and it's, now it's getting bought up pretty heavy. So
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
let me see here. Is there anything on the calendar? I'll look at it really.
I believe today there is stuff. Continuing jobless claims. Right? This is Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
No, that's Thursday. Hold on. Friday.
To 12th. Oh, here it is.
Nope. Nope. Just FOMC stuff later, but semi low impact. So 2 more minutes. Looks like the trend's gonna be trying to change. It's gotta break. It's gotta break above this level here though. Where the heck is my pivot points? 39.26 is R1. See where one of my other trades are at. This TTNP, I gotta probably close it. Take the loss on it. Like $3. I'd rather take the loss on it than anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it could be a little bit more.
Yeah, the big ones I'm holding right now are just still Pfizer and Verizon. Grubhub's come back a little bit, and
dude, I'm so like my account, it's so freaking red, man. It's so freaking red. The only thing that's really kind of keeping me, up there is like Intel, and Intel's only up about $12. But like everything else, dude's down. Tilray down. Edit down. Pfizer down. Arcade down.
yeah,
ArcG down. Veil down.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. It's a long term. It's a long game. I want to close out of some of these positions, though. I don't really want to have all those positions.
Right.
Like, I'm not interested in, some of these stocks I'm not really interested in holding.
Right. ATR still
even like to Pfizer and AT&T, I may not even really want to have those either. Like I mean,
they're good out move.
I'm not really interested in dividend stocks really as much anymore. I'm more or less like I'm trying to get into these ETFs.
Yeah.
Just let these ETFs work.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna trade other things, like trade. Like, and when I say trade, like it's into a stock and then out of something.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you because dividends are only worthwhile if you're, own enough shares to collect 10%. And
I mean, even then, like, I mean, it's just like do I really want like, I don't know, 56 cents times what, like 100 shares?
Mm-hmm.
Is what? Is that like
50,
$5?
No, it's $56.
$56.
Yep.
So $56, I could make $56 in a day trading something.
Yep.
It doesn't. I don't know. It's silly.
Yep. Well, I like it for a couple reasons, and the only reason I like them is because if your money's sitting in the bank earning interest, you're earning more interest there than you are actively, if you just got money sitting in the bank, at least you're earning 10% a year on it. And not to mention, if the stock actually grows, like how much in the green you're going to be on top
Well, yeah,
of the
yeah,
10%,
yeah. But like the thing is, you have to find stocks that are actually worthwhile. Like AT&T and Pfizer, aren't those growth type stocks. They're gonna be pretty steady.
yeah,
They're not gonna grow a substantial amount.
right, right. Yeah, it's hard, man.
You know.
That's why. Oh, sorry. That's why only the super rich people they get those dividends so they can have enough money to make they can make a living off their 10-12% a year.
Hmm. Yeah, but like ARK, like the ARK ETFs, man, they're pushing like just the one that I got, ARK F, it did 156%.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
that's the reasoning behind my switch. From my investment standpoint.
Yeah. ARK did really well during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Well, they you know what it is, they got in, and the cool thing about those ETFs is they're micromanaged by a team of investors. So like if there's an underlying stock that's part of that ETF that's not doing well, they're gonna sell that position
Equity block.
and they're gonna reposition into
BPY.
something else. They're gonna pare that
600,000
down
shares.
and then they're gonna get into something else.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't necessarily even have to really do anything other than say I want to be involved in fintech. I want to be involved in the innovation. And I want to be involved in genome stuff, which is like your CRISPR technologies and stuff like that, which I'm already like, I bought Edit for that specific reason. So why would I buy just Edit when I can get into this genome ETF that like gives me a little more exposure, to other companies,
Yeah. Did you see that company now they're making Bitcoin debit cards?
Oh, dude, I have one.
You do?
Yeah, with BitPay. I've had one for years.
That's awesome, dude. Like
Yeah,
I just
man.
seen the commercial the other night watching YouTube and
Yeah.
like, dang,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy like how unbelievably popular Bitcoin has gotten with like a particular segment of people that haven't really paid much attention, but it's becoming more mainstream, which has given Bitcoin even more of a boost. Like it's really pushing it up because
Mm-hmm.
like there's individuals that haven't invested and are like I gotta get in, and they're just buying it. They don't care what the price is of Bitcoin. They're just getting in. Um, and that's the scary thing too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
From my standpoint, I feel like you're getting in at like what, was it 48,000? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I
it's
just kind of
crazy.
just let this thing sit, and I'm just waiting. Um, you know, but people are just trying to load up on it. Now what I'm doing, I'm actually buying into Ripple XRP. I bought some Kyber last night, Kyber network, and I'm gonna try to get into some VeChain. Those are three cryptos outside of my Ethereum and Bitcoin that I'm in.
Nice.
So, I had a good conversation with a gentleman who invests in the stock market, and kind of gave me a little bit of some insight into some things, and it was good. It was a good conversation,
All right.
and it it's very helpful, because sometimes I'm a little
Get a little
I
tunnel vision.
yeah, and I mean I did have tunnel vision. I mean I like literally just left my Bitcoin. And then I was just trading the futures market, and I was letting my 401k just do its thing. And I was just narrowing in on futures. And now I'm like, man, hold on a second. Like, and you and I mean, we had this conversation. We said we need to like let our money work for us, right? And we need to be in different segments of the market.
Yep.
You know, not just futures. We need to be in the stock market. We need to be, you know, we need to start, you know, getting a little bit more into cryptos, so it's just that, you know, you got to carefully plan those things though. Like crypto's a little dangerous, I mean, everything's up so much.
Yeah.
And it's up a lot because Bitcoin's up a lot.
Well, and another cool thing too is, you know, once it hits the futures market, you know, expect crypto to stabilize. And, you know, that's going to be kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing because you can't get rich overnight anymore. But
no. But the good thing is I mean, well, the one, not good thing. The thing is Bitcoin's been part of the CME. I think Ethereum.
yeah,
I think Ethereum is joining the CME. Like you could trade Bitcoin futures.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go to cmegroup.com. Let's see. Let's go to markets.
Yeah, once it gets regulated and you get futures going, you know, they're gonna kind of be able to move it in a direction that's more, you know, kind of like the U.S. dollar in a way, you know, kind of keep the price where they want it, and you know, it's good and bad, I guess.
Yeah. See. Yeah, they have Bitcoin futures. Literally just BTC. CME exchange. So you could trade Bitcoin futures. Wait a minute. Does that mean
It's BTC,
if
you
it's
said?
CME? If it's CME,
Yeah, right here, Bitcoin, January. I got 2017 to 2018. I don't know why that is.
I'm on AMP's website right now. Trying to see. It probably falls into. Chose grains, softs, meats. No, I don't see it. See it here. Yeah, we probably can't. That's weird. It's kind of weird that we can't trade Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to trade Bitcoin futures. I'm gonna talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Email. Choose a department. Trade desk.
ES breaking out. I don't know, man.
I just said, hi, do we have access to trade the CME futures on Bitcoin? I'm going to see. Come on. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah. I'm afraid that, I don't know, dude. Fridays, man.
I know. I like I said, I am perfectly fine not trading,
Yeah.
If something comes up and, looks good, then maybe, but at this point in time, this whole long trade that just happened, it seems like it's already kind of gonna fizzle out. Maybe I'm gonna need a cycle. I'm gonna need a cycle in order to
Equity
even
block.
get in. AMP does not
EQNR.
support Bitcoin.
Yeah.
250,000 shares.
See if the RTY's got anything going. Nope, it's about just like the ES. But it is selling off. ES selling off? Yeah, a little bit.
Equity block. Fold. 325,651 shares. Equity block. Shy. 652,700 shares.
Yeah, he said they won't support it in the future either.
Really? That's
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kind of interested. It's like, why would you not think about it?
right.
You could at least say like we're thinking about it.
Yeah, he's just like, nah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just basically said nope. No, we're not. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for that. All right. Cycle.
This company SHY Shy just had a 50
Equity block. IEF. 471,930 shares.
Oh God, their chart looks terrible.
yeah, they just had
It's
an
an
equity.
ETF bond.
Yeah, they just had a somebody put $56 million on an equity block, which means 86.31 is probably going to be the low.
Well, that chart looks like shit.
yeah, I mean it doesn't
I
move.
can't even trade it. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
That's weird. Huh. Oh, huh.
IEF, it was a $56 million dark pool equity block put on it too. So 117.57 is probably going to be the low.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
All
17-year treasury bond.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned yesterday with my one trade, I was
Equity block.
short
Ease.
a little bit of an overextension
275,000 shares.
to the downside, right?
Mm-hmm.
It started working against me. And when I say started working against me, it was only really like 6.5 points
Equity
against
block.
me. But
IWM.
here's the thing I did,
440,000 shares.
and then the thing that I learned from it, right? So I just added a contract further up. It didn't bring my average up substantially, so I still needed to go like three. It was about 3.5, about 3.5 to 4 points to get me to break even.
Right.
What I learned from that move, I need to hammer the contracts to bring my break even
Equity block.
up a lot
MMP.
higher.
500,000
So like on a
shares.
move like that, on a move that's like 6 points, I need to probably go 3 contracts added. So I would have 4 total contracts, so it brings my average a lot further up.
Mm-hmm.
So that my drop, I only need a little bit of a drop.
Yep.
And not be afraid to add it like that, because
Yep.
the one thing I've noticed is that, as long as the trend is good,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm okay. So like it was kind of a cool learning experience. I mean, I still got out of the trade. I made money off of it, even though like I didn't hammer it as well as I should have. But what I did was on the next move up, it was another like 4-point move up. So total 10 points from my initial entry. So what I did on that one is that I added, I think I added like 3 contracts at that point in time. I still needed to go 3.5 points to get to like but here's the thing, I only needed to go 3.5 points to get profit, like a decent profit. So, when I did that, it was, it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. Like it brought my average up. You know, but had I hammered it a little bit more and did like maybe 4 or 5 contracts on that move up,
Right.
I would have made a lot more money, and I would have only had to go
Equity block.
you know, a lot
DCP.
less. You know,
Yeah.
449,970
That's what I usually do, Neil.
shares.
We'll get into the trade and then I will hammer it 2 more at the ad. You know, and then just keep trying to get the average down there.
Yeah.
It does hurt when you have to flip a trade, but you know, it's
Equity block.
your odds of getting
so-
out are way big.
150,000
Yeah, and so
shares.
here's where I'm going with this now too. So on the flip, right? So on the on like the, you know, if the market trend changes, you know, you close out of the trade, right? So say you close out of the trade, you know, you have to close 5 contracts at like a negative of like $80 or $90, right? On the very next you know, signal, let's say it's a bullish, you know, switches to bullish. On the very next, you know, trade that you take, are you doing 5 contracts? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. No, I do I do 1 contract, and then when I add, I do 2 contracts. So that's kind of the way I've been going about it. I'll start small and then I target like $20. If the target's not hit and then I end up adding, I will you know, target like $35 on the next one.
Equity block. Dia. 397,000
Oh, so you close out 5, you take that loss, and then you just go
Equity
1.
block.
No.
Syria.
No.
197,500 shares.
I go in 1, and then when I add, you know, as it cycles it, but we still got the 5-minute signal. Like right now it's long. You know, if I get in long right here, and I will go in 1 micro contract, and then if it comes back down and then recycles and I get another one, I will add 2.
No. Well, what I mean is like on a trend flip.
Oh, on a trend flip,
On a trend flip, like let's say you closed because the trend
Equity
changed
block.
and you closed 5
HYG.
contracts to the negative.
569,677
Are you doing 5 contracts to the positive?
Yeah,
what I- other side?
What I try to do is I make it seamless. Yeah, I try to make it seamless. That way, you know, when you flip, it's just like you started where you were. You're just starting over again, and then, but you're going the other way. You know, so far since using this strategy, and we've been doing it for about 2 weeks now, I have not had an instance where I have had to flip more than once, or you know, more than 1 time.
EMLC. 280,200.
If you had to flip more than once, that could get kind of, you know, that could get nerve-wracking. But so far,
Oh yeah, but I mean, I've honestly,
I've watched you flip trades to $2,000-3,000 before.
knock on wood. Oh well, yeah. I mean, remember those
Yeah.
days, you know. And I mean, and like, I mean, if I ever had to do that, then you know, I'm probably gonna have to do it. But
Equity
you know,
block.
the crazy thing
ABYA.
is that I haven't
200,000
even ran
shares.
into that issue. And I think if I ever got to the point where like it was looking kind of hairy, and I would just close out and take the loss of like $90 or something, just be whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it's $90. I take the loss for today, and I'll come back tomorrow. You know, I mean, because like the market and the way we trade it, I mean,
Equity
it's a
block.
long game anyway.
See
You know, so
220,000
why put yourself
shares.
down a substantial amount of money? You know, and I would rather just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, walk away. You know, breathe and just go from there.
Yep, I agree.
That's trying to hold this level here.
I know.
Trying to see if I got a couple minutes to just kind of, well, not even a couple minutes. I just need to step away, use the bathroom. Up, we're getting a potential
Hey.
long signal here.
The only thing I'm green on in options today is a CR/SR play that Brandon put me on yesterday or the day before.
Corsair, yeah. I like
Equity
Corsair.
block.
I just don't like where it's
IWN.
priced at.
265,000
Right.
shares.
You know, I feel like it's
Equity
kind of
block.
high.
Mhm.
Like if I'm looking at a daily chart on it, I
340
don't like it. You know, and he likes it, which
shares.
I mean I get it. Like I mean it's great. It's a great company. But
Right.
like on a daily chart, man, I'm just like, man, I don't like it. I
Yeah.
just don't like it. I'd rather this thing drop down to about $34 and then I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
You know, I'm not interested
Equity
in
block.
it up here at 43,
PFF.
44. You know, because it's so
500,000
close to the
shares.
highs.
Right. Scary, man.
Equity block.
Mm-hmm.
BAC.
Oh shoot.
250,000 shares.
Shoot.
Yeah, I missed it too. I'm gonna wait for
me
the
too. I'm gonna
pullback.
wait.
We'll get a pullback. Maybe.
No, I didn't have my trade button up.
So concentrate on the bot right now because I want it to. It's getting so close to getting a buy signal. Make a man a little nervous.
Procter and Gamble down. Why did I have Procter and Gamble? I had an alert on Procter and Gamble. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. I wanted to short Procter and Gamble here. Dang it.
Here we go. Getting a little pullback now.
Yeah, I want to get it here around 39.08. Is it just like freeze on me? What is happening? You just hit the button there.
No, I put a limit order in. It should get tagged in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
I just tagged myself in there. Let's see. Let's see.
Should have done the same thing probably. I don't know. I don't like where it's at. I don't like the fact that it's double topping. You know.
I know. Yeah, I don't particularly like it either. You know, this is more or less like, all right, maybe trying for a breakout trade over 39.10. You know, it's about all I'm looking for. Breakout trade over 39.10. I don't even want to call it. I'm not even gonna call it out in the room. You know.
Okay, I'm in. So I need. Oh my gosh. So freaking high. 18. I need over 39.11 right now.
Equity block. ZNGA. 194,500 shares.
SNDL was a good buy around $1.80.
I'm gonna make all that premium on that SNDL, man. I had a $1. A $1 on it. I was willing to buy 100 shares at $1 or whatever. Collected that.
Oh, I would definitely buy it. I mean, I think
that's just
I was
free
looking
money.
at the chart. I was looking at the chart, and there was like a there was a major wick down to about $1.
It's crazy how those equity blocks work, man. Like when I got that equity block on this MMP, it was trading at like 40.73,
Mm-hmm.
and it's up to 41.04 now. Crazy.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do some research on those on those videos that I
Equity
sent you.
block. TBF.
Well, that video I sent you
461,000
about
shares.
the
Poor
was it
man.
the covered calls or something like that.
Yeah, poor man cover call. Poor man's cover call.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep in mind you also need a margin account. You need like level 3, level 4 options for that.
Yeah, it would be nice if like these people that are making these videos like put out that information, because like I just see it and I'm like, oh, I should be able to just do it,
Right.
Um,
Yeah. You gotta have
well, what if you have the money though?
if you got the money, you're good. But you gotta have the money to whenever you get exercised on your put, that you're collecting premium on, if it does go to your price and you have to sell it, they have to exercise your call, your elite call, and you have to buy it at that purchase price that
Buy the shares, right?
yeah, well, yeah,
100 shares.
yeah. You just got to have the money for that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll definitely have the money in there. I like having a cash account, so I don't want to have a margin account. Margin puts me into the pattern day trade and stuff, and I don't want to be in a pattern day trade. And I've learned how to work this cash account now. So it's a beautiful thing, dude.
The crazy thing is about the margin account, the one I've got, it gives me margin on stocks. So like, what's crazy is the poor man's cover call is actually cheaper for me to actually just buy the shares because I get them at the margin. So, let's say you pay, 6,000, or let's say a stock's $6,000 to buy 100 shares, and you got a leap that's $2,000. Well, I got margin and I can buy 100 shares for $2,500. So it's like, might as well just buy the 100 shares because my, the
Equity block. Wes.
options account is cash.
299,600 shares.
So they give me a cash account
Equity
on
block.
the options.
NS. 500,000 shares.
DCIB.
Oh, yeah, this thing's gonna start selling off, dude.
I don't like these. I don't like that call. I don't like CCIV over 36. Pull up that chart, man. It just looks.
I just got a CCIV. Somebody bought 463 contracts for $50. 219 too. That's literally just a few days.
Maybe there's some lucid news out there. I mean, I'm literally just looking at the technicals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And technicals to me tell me that this thing upsizes IPO to 48 million. Churchill Cap Corp upsizes IPO to 48 million an hour ago. Oh, it's the CCIV stuff, man. 13 minutes ago. Huh. Maybe it's gonna go, dude.
Equity block. FRSX. 334,300 shares.
Wow. This breakout is either gonna happen or it's not.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'll be right back.
Ouch. I'll be back.
Equity block. TWTR. 237,500 shares.
Let's see what these option calls are on CCIV. Jeez, they don't have $36 options. They have $40 option calls at 350. March 19th, give yourself a little bit more time. You're going to be paying about $1,000 for $40 calls.
Equity block. IGSB. 344,000 shares. Equity block. HYG. 963,700 shares.
LRY. Oh, is it really? Holy cow. All right. All right, TLRY. I see you. Dude. TLRY. Why is ripping? Oh, I'm out.
Equity block. PAGP.
Out that ES trade there,
207,578
Trey.
shares. Equity block. PM 165,864 shares. Equity block. PNM. 197,529 shares. Equity block. SPY.
You there, Trey?
251,088 shares. Equity block. FRSX. 250,000 shares. Equity block. NWSA. 250,000 shares. Equity block. FRSX. 250,000 shares. Equity block. Fold. 154,552 shares. Equity block. EWU. 333,900 shares.
All right, guys, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting here on this cycle. We may get another. We get another trade here. Trey's still in the trade. Actually got a pretty good bounce there and got me out of that position. And I may add here. Just gonna kind of watch this about 30 seconds here. Took that long again here, so let's see.
Equity block. SPY. 251,088 shares. Equity block. XHR. 288,300 shares.
So let's see what this market wants to try to do here. Let's see if we're going to try to push a little bit higher. This market's just been a little bit crazy this morning. Not really doing much. Kind of just stuck in this sideways action. 5 minute chart. We're just kind of sitting here trying to break, and it's just struggling. It's definitely struggling.
Equity block. AVTR. 250,000 shares. Equity block. Fold. 369,753 shares.
A little bit of pullback here.
Equity block. Fold. 383,700 shares. Equity block. Fold. 153,500 shares.
If you pull out the chart here, 5 minute looks like it's about 2.25 points away from the 20 period moving average. We still kind of look like we're pointed to try to get this little bit of a breakout here. So we're just gonna try to see if we get it. I'm really not trying to get too much out of this market.
Equity block. WMB. 194,500 shares.
Having a hard time here. Having a hard time. And that what looks like a little bit of a cycle happening here.
Equity block. Fold. 499,100 shares. Equity block. STT.
Crazy here. See what
631,395 shares.
the market's doing. It's kind of selling. We're just sold off a little bit down to the pivot point of 39.0550. It's also, if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, it's bouncing off the 200 period moving average, trying to approach the 20. Kind of stuck in this little bit of a gap here. So see what happens. We'll see. Friday too, so I don't want to go too crazy. If I need to take a loss, I need to take a loss, and go into the weekend like that. Looks like he's trying to put in some demand here. Really trying to push up. See, about 30 seconds left on this candle. Approaching my my entry.
Equity block. Fold. 370,100 shares. I'm out of that trade. That trade's done. What I did was I brought my average back down. I got out of it.
And guys, I'm not going to try to do too much more. This market's just a little too crazy. I'm gonna take my small wins for today, and I'm gonna bounce out of here and just call it what it is. Look at that breakout though. I mean, this is kind of what we were expecting. We were kind of sort of expecting a breakout after the trend had changed. It was just that it was kind of taking its time, had to come back down, fill some demand, right? So it needed to come back down, get that demand pocket where there were buyers sitting, and we just took off. So that's it for the day. So I'm just gonna send this out to our group, our members here watching. That this is done.
Equity block. ZNGA. 248,800 shares. Equity block. 160,100 Guaranese shares. Equity block. Fold. 400,000 shares. Equity block. SPY. 251,088 shares. Equity block. LTHM. 250,000 shares. Equity block. VXX 500,000 shares. Equity block. BAC. 161,448 shares. Equity block. Fold. 285,161 shares. Equity block. DNB. 319,600 shares. Equity block. QQQ. 330,000 shares. Equity block. AZN. 424,517 shares. Equity block. IBN. 250,000 shares. Equity block. XLV 700,000 shares. Equity block. BCRX. 500,000 shares. Equity block. VXX 290,000 shares. Equity Block, XLF. 317,839 shares. Equity Block, NWSA. 250,000 shares. Equity Block, AMX. 244,300 shares. Equity block. JBLU. 199,100 shares. Equity block. BSX. 499,7300 shares. Equity block. VXX 956,893 shares. Equity block. KGC. 340,300 shares. Equity block. TWTR. 138,000 shares. Equity block. ANGL 283,600 shares. Equity block. IAU 776,573 shares. Equity block. MT 200,000 shares. Equity block. VXX 503,039 shares. Equity block. LVS. 200,000 shares. Equity block. EQNR. 360,000 shares. Equity block. Mara. 247,933 shares. Equity block. EQNR. 360,000 shares. Equity block. HYBB. 400,000 shares. Equity block. DIS. 168,000 shares. Equity block. IBN. 400,000 shares. Equity block. DIS. 168,000 shares. Equity block. IWM. 305,000 shares. Equity block. DIS. 168,000 shares. Equity block. KR 249,200 shares. Equity block. PFF. 500,000 shares. Equity block. COF. 150,000 shares. Equity block. TFC. 248,700 shares. Equity block. UDR. 238,200 shares. Equity block. UA. 358,500 shares. Equity block. TZA. 329,000 shares. Equity block. Baba. 1 million shares. Equity block. PBR/A 250,000 shares. Equity block. LQD. 278,800 shares. Equity block. VZ. 250,000 shares. Equity block. HYG. 500,000 shares. Equity block. IGIB. 489,040 shares. Equity block. APG. 1093912 shares. Equity block. FXI. 409,350 shares. Equity block, WMB, 198,200 shares. Equity block, CRSA, 490,505 shares. Equity block, VXX 940,177 shares. Equity block. SPY. 251,088 shares. Equity block. PLYA. 250,000 shares. Equity block. Vale. 161,700 shares. Equity block. ILF. 466,690 shares. Equity block. NYT. 649,200 shares. Equity block. T 438,694 shares. Equity block. KDP. 260,800 shares. Equity block. ITUB. 197,000 shares. Equity block. SPY. 251,088 shares. Equity block. HYG. 493,000 shares. Equity block. PFF. 323,700 shares. Equity block. GSK. 150,000 shares. Equity block. GSK. 300,000 shares. Equity block. GSK. 200,000 shares. Equity block. AMX. 129,2533 shares. Equity block. GLD 400,000 shares. Equity block. GSK. 269,000 shares. Equity block. NCLH. 300,000 shares. Equity block. AJRD. 300,000 shares. Equity block. IWM. 251,872 shares. Equity block. FMS. 500,000 shares. Equity block. SNY. 700,000 shares. Equity block. SNY. 700,000 shares. Equity block. NLY. 243,700 shares. Equity block. SABR. 200,000 shares. Equity block. IQ. 218,300 shares. Equity block. KRE. 866,200 shares. Equity block. GE. 174,348 shares. Equity block. EFA. 290,000 shares. Equity block. GE. 154,964 shares. Equity block. APHA. 582,000 shares. Equity block. DGNR. 299,300 shares. Equity block. VGIT. 272,596 shares. Equity block. BK 150,000 shares. Equity block. HST. 195,300 shares. Equity block. PLYA. 204,000 shares. Equity block. INFY. 150,000 shares. Equity block. F 520,100 shares. Equity block. Mu. 180,000 shares. Equity block. PCG. 206,250 shares. Equity block. WMB. 249,500 shares. Equity block. WMB. 250,000 shares. Equity block. SABR. 498,626 shares. Equity block. GM 257,231 shares. Equity block. INFY. 150,000 shares. Equity block. Flex. 290,000 shares. Equity block. SPY. 251,088 shares. Equity block. Mu. 180,000 shares. Equity block. EQH. 205,000 shares. Equity block. On. 250,000 shares.